Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask. Today is Wednesday, the 7th day of December, a date that will live in infamy. It's National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day today. Also National Illinois Day and National Cotton Candy Day today.
I love cotton candy.
Heidi is a fan. I remember you were talking about when you were pregnant, you had to get cotton candy like every 15 minutes, right?
Well, not quite that much,
Stat.
but I did go
Cotton
in
candy,
every
stat.
day. The roller skating rink where I lived would open up
Yeah.
just to give me a stick of cotton candy, and then I would leave.
Oh, that was nice. Mm-hmm. Now, when you were a kid, did you ever watch The $6 Million Man or The Fall Guy? Or...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Lee Majors from those. He's our
Yeah.
guest today. How cool is that?
Super cool.
I am so excited to visit. Yeah, when I got this thing talking about chatting with Lee Majors, I'm like, the Lee Majors? The one and only Lee Majors? You mean the guy that I watched growing up all the time? So yeah, I'm super excited. He's got a new movie out. We're going to chat all about that coming up.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At BetterCreditCards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. You always wake up with a little groggy morning after the night before feeling. Does that make any sense to you? University of California scientists think it makes sense. They found the foolproof 3-step formula to turn sluggish mornings into a better day. They say first, do strenuous exercise. Exercise helps you sleep well at night. It leads to superior alertness and higher mood levels throughout the next day. So saying if you want to, wake up the next day, just have a good workout the night before. Next, they say get to 7 to 9 hours of sleep. If you do that, you're going to, well, of course. That's like, is it the dumbest thing? You want to have a better morning? Get more sleep.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the last thing is eat a high-carb, low-sugar breakfast. Scientists say breakfast with lots of sugar left participants feeling groggy following a spike in blood sugar levels. So they're saying more carbs is actually better. So
Well, that's something I can get behind.
there we go. I've got all the details that I just stumbled through in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 1-5. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know that you can tell a lot about a person's personality based on when they do their holiday decorating? According to psychologist Dr. Carmen Herrera.
I would agree with that.
They say if you hang your decorations before November 1st, you might have trouble living in the moment. But that's not necessarily bad. It could mean that you enjoy planning and executing well ahead of schedule. If you tend to decorate in early December, you might like to get things done ahead of schedule. But in addition, it shows that you genuinely look forward to the holidays. Those who light up their homes
stupid.
in early December are also more realistic in nature. So, yeah. How about people who decorate the week of Christmas or the day before Christmas? This signals procrastination and tardiness, and they say that these people prefer to see Christmas come and go. Possibly just want to get it over with and done with. So, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with any of that. Sometimes it's just when you have time to do it. Sometimes it's planning around weather.
Usually, in the last few years, I haven't. But I usually put up my decorations the day after Halloween.
Yeah. What did this thing say? You're crazy. That's what it said. Oh, that's not what it said? That's what I said. All right. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Jonah Hill, you know who that is, right?
I sure
Actor. He is planning to change, I think maybe he's already done it, planning to legally change his name.
To what?
You don't have to even learn a new name because you know what he's going to change it to?
Jonah Hill?
Jonah Hill. Yeah. Well, right now, his real name is Jonah Hill Feldstein. And he filed a petition to legally drop the Feldstein from his name. So he would just make his stage name that everybody knows him as his real name. The document says Jonah simply wants the name that he's publicly gone by for years to be his legal name.
I get that.
Last month, Breaking Bad's Aaron Paul, whose last name is actually Sturdivant, also filed to change his name to, you guessed it, Jonah Hill. No, just kidding. Aaron Paul. Yeah, Aaron Paul. He filed to change it to Aaron Paul. Wouldn't that have been funny?
That would have been amazing.
Yeah. Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At BetterCreditCards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. A report says people who post inspirational quotes on Facebook are less intelligent. I've got some quotes to delete. Okay, who came up with this report, though? It's probably somebody who doesn't like inspirational quotes. I've got some inspirational quotes for them, by the way.
I don't post inspirational quotes.
Every once in a while I do, and I love it when people do, and I do a little program with inspirational quotes, the Motivation Minute, so I love it when people do that.
I post some that they look like inspirational quotes, but when you
They're
read all the
not.
way through
Yeah,
it, they're
no.
not at all.
Don't ever follow what Heidi does on Facebook and expect it to make sense, because it doesn't. A study found that social media can hurt a student's chances to be accepted into some colleges. So they're saying when they go onto the Facebook page and they see all the party photos and stuff, that doesn't help, apparently. What? Really?
Yeah.
Lawmakers are considering allowing police to conduct roadside drug and marijuana tests. I think that would only make sense, don't you?
I mean, if they do
If there's a way to do it.
checks, they should be able to
And
do those as well.
Antidepressants are among pets is on the rise. Vets say that pets need meds when they start acting distant, lazy, or disobedient.
You kidding?
So our dog is actually got such an issue with this that I have become her emotional support human. So and,
there is no way
No?
we would ever give our
didn't-
dog antidepressants.
Oh, I thought Heidi would at least smile. No, nothing. Doesn't
That
even
is
care.
ridiculous.
All right. Hey, Britney Spears made the internet do a double take Friday, and this time she even had her clothes on. Yeah, lately, a lot of the time she's in the news is because she's bearing it all, we'll say, on Instagram.
Yeah, no, you show me the pictures
I just-
every day.
Not every day, but I'm like, what in the world? What are you doing, Britney? Anyway, this time it was a post that she sent to her estranged sister, Jamie Lynn Spears. So these two have been not on the up and up.
That's too bad. I
So,
hate to hear that.
Yeah, but she's
trying to make amends.
I think so. I don't know. I have no idea. I've got a link to the story if you care. I really don't. I'm going to move on. Thanks for listening. It's your scoop of the day. Comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 1-5. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday. Our guest today, Lee Majors, the $6 Million Man, the Fall Guy, and many, many other amazing things. Mr. Lee Majors, how are you, sir?
I am good, John. How are you, sir?
I am fantastic. Very excited to visit with you. I, as a kid, remember watching you on TV and a bunch of great TV programs, a lot of great movies, and you've got a new one out right now. It's in theaters, Renegades. Tell me a little bit about Renegades.
Well, I got the script sent to me from a friend of mine, a producer named Jonathan Southcott in London, and his company, Shogun Films, I think they're going to be the number one film company for old-fashioned action films. It's a little like Quentin Tarantino touch to them. But anyway, I read the script, and even though I have to say I'm not in it all that long, but the whole movie's about me, and it's a bunch of renegades who were all ex-Green Berets. They worked together in the war and whatever. And then they get together and they stay together, and they always meet in a room behind the bar that they have, and they sit and talk. It's almost like an AAA meeting. They talk about the war and everything they did. And a great cast with Nick Moran and Ian Eagleby and Patsy Kensick and Danny Trejo. What a guy.
Oh, yeah.
He walks and he scares you to death.
He's one of those guys that looks really scary, but everybody I've talked to said he is one of the kindest people you'll ever meet.
Yeah, I did a Comic-Con, and we met there, and I was really surprised and pleasantly surprised how nice a guy he is. It's a sweetheart.
This film features a lot of amazing people, and you are one of the amazing people in this film, and you're in the beginning part, but then something happens, we'll say. The whole rest of the film is them out for justice.
The rest of it is getting revenge for me, for my daughter. They do it pretty rough.
And the film is called Renegades. It's in theaters right now and on digital on demand. And now, how different is that for you? When, back in the day when you would do a movie or you do a TV show, people had to wait a long time to see it until it would come out. And now it's like they click a button and they can watch it in their home. That's kind of weird to me. Is that weird to you to be able to know that, hey, it's in theaters today and it'll be available in your house next week?
Well, let me tell you, this one doesn't quite feel that way because we shot it back when it was a lockdown in England. And when I went over there, I had to lock down in a hotel room for 5 days and could not leave my room. Thank God for room service. And then I was able to work. So it's back there. It's not like we just did it a couple of months ago.
Oh, yeah. Now, over the course of time, you've had a chance to do a bunch of amazing television programs, $6 Million Man, The Fall Guy. When you go out and see people, is there a character that gets brought up to you the most when you're talking to people at events?
Well, I go to the Comic-Cons to meet the fans and sign autograph pictures and stuff with them and take pictures with them. The most I can tell when they walk up at their age, and I can tell, they're going to want a Big Valley picture, or even it goes down a little bit. They want a $6 Million Man. Oh, that's the 70s. You can almost guess their age. They're in their 50s. And then the Fall Guy was the 80s. So, and then some of them will come up, which do surprise me because I only did a couple of episodes, 4 or 5 episodes in Ash vs. Evil Dead 2-3 years ago, and those young kids, watch that. So I get them of all ages, to tell you the truth, but it's just a lot of fun.
And I think it's really neat now with streaming where people can click on and watch these shows when they have time. There's a whole new generation that discovers this, and I think it's fun when you see that, somebody that's maybe in their 20s, and they go, hey, I just started watching this show. Has anybody ever heard of the $6 Million Man? Or has anybody ever heard of the Fall Guy? And you're like, have we ever heard of it? We heard of it before you were born.
Oh, my God. That's a pleasure to hear people, I'm just glad that all my hard work was appreciated.
Absolutely. Again, the new film is out right now. It's called Renegades. It's in theaters, and it is also available through video on demand as of yesterday.
It will be in select theaters, but it will be on demand.
I'm going to throw a link to make it easy to find the on demand, and also if you'd like to see the trailer, all of the information. Mr. Lee Majors, thank you for your time, sir.
All right, John. Have a blessed day.
You do the same. Again, Lee Majors has been our guest today. His new movie is out right now, Renegades. It's him and a whole bunch of other amazing people. Very fun-looking film. If you like action movies, this has got a lot of action in it. I've got a link to the trailer, if you want to see that, in the show notes for today, and a link to find it for video on demand. It's in select theaters, too, but I'll throw a link to the video on demand so you can find all of that in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At bettercreditcards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Fried maple leaves are a popular snack in Japan.
Fried maple leaves?
Yeah, that sounds kind of weird. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
There are no muscles in your fingers. They are controlled by muscles in your palms and your arms.
Really?
that's
I had
kinda
no
weird.
idea.
No, I didn't know that either. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
People in medieval England had rap battles.
Really?
Does that sound made up to you? That kind of sounds made up
A
to
little
me.
bit.
Yeah. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The official bird of Redondo Beach, California is the Goodyear blimp. What?
Whatever.
That's the official bird?
Oh, my gosh.
All right. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Calling shotgun when riding in a car comes from the term shotgun messenger, a reference to a guard who sat next to a stagecoach driver who used a shotgun to keep the robbers away in the wild, wild
makes
west.
Perfect sense
Yeah,
to
that
me.
does make sense. I didn't realize that's where it came from, but now we know. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 1-5. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Yay! It's brought to you by Mintervention.com. Question today. 45% of us agree that this has been the most stressful event in their life. What is it? No kidding. I don't know about that. This is the most stressful event in their life. 45% think. Moving.
45%.
Moving.
Moving
It's stressful, but the most stressful thing in your life?
If it's the most stressful thing in your life, you're blessed.
Yeah, no kidding. We've moved a lot, and I guess it is pretty
It's
stressful.
pretty stressful.
We still haven't unpacked from the last 3 moves. Just don't unpack. It ain't so stressful. All right, Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At BetterCreditCards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Apparently, they really took the line, now bring us some figgy pudding to heart. The makers of Spam have introduced figgy pudding. Yeah, a festive twist on the
Ew.
original canned gelatinous pork product came just in time for the holidays. It's a limited time purchase, so if it's popular, it's probably sold out. It actually says it is already sold out on Amazon and Walmart and the company's
Ew.
website. Figgy pudding Spam says notes of cinnamon and nutmeg combined with fig and orange flavors added to the original Spam recipe. Hormel, the makers of Spam, posted some recipes online for holiday skewers, a charcuterie board, and pancakes with the figgy pudding in them. That does not sound good.
Yeah.
Figgy pudding is a traditional British dish. It's a steamed cake with raisins, currants, and brandy. The modern version does not include figs, by the way. Hormel has also created an animated video called We Wish You a Figgy Christmas, which includes the lyrics and a spamtastic new year.
Huh.
That whole thing is bizarre. I've got a link to it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. 2022's list of the most expensive cities to live in the world. All right, number 10, Copenhagen, Denmark. Apparently it's pretty expensive to live there. Number 9, Paris, France. They were second place last year, by the way. Number 8, San Francisco, USA. 7, Geneva, Switzerland. 6, Zurich, Switzerland. Number 4, Hong Kong and Los Angeles, USA. They tied. LA was 9th last year, by the way. They're number 4. Number 3, Tel Aviv, Israel. They were number 1 last year. And there's a tie for first place. New York, USA, and Singapore. New York has never topped the list before, while Singapore has topped the annual list several times. This is the world's most expensive. Hey, how you doing, Heidi?
I would think
the
New
world's
York
most
would have been
expensive
on there.
cities
It's
to
never
live in.
been on the top of the list.
It's never been the top. It's been on the list. It's just never been number 1. So yeah, now we're number 1. Yay! It's probably not the kind of list you want to be number 1 on. All right, that is the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At BetterCreditCards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Our quote today from Red Fox. Red says, "Health nuts are going to feel stupid someday, lying in a hospital, dying of nothing."
I loved Red Fox.
Oh, very, very funny guy. That is so funny. Lying in a hospital, dying of nothing. Hey, we all got to die of something.
That's true.
So why not die of nothing? It's probably a good way to die. I don't know. That is your quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of RadioTravelGroup.com. Rolls-Royce and EasyJet have set a new aviation milestone with the world's first run of a modern jet engine on green hydrogen fuel. There are a lot of folks super excited about this. The ground test was conducted on an early concept demonstrator using green hydrogen that was created by wind and tidal power. It marks a major step towards proving that hydrogen could be a zero-carbon aviation fuel for the future. The partnership was inspired by the UN initiative Race to Zero, encouraging companies to try and reach zero emissions by 2050. As of now, most renewable or green aviation fuels have been made through vegetable oil or other biological fuels. Hydrogen, however, is considered to be the only way to fully decarbonize the aviation industry. The industry accounts for 3.6% of global greenhouse gas emissions. So here's my concern about this hydrogen thing. I don't know if you remember, back in the day, they used to have like these big, huge dirigibles. Is that what you called them? The Zeppelins, like the Hindenburg?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
They were filled with hydrogen, and some of them didn't end well.
Right.
So hopefully they've got a better plan than what we had back then. I'm assuming they do. They've got to have a better plan. But hydrogen, it's all around us, and it's in water, hydrogen and oxygen, H2O. So if there's a way to, do something where you can utilize hydrogen safely.
If there's a way to do something where you can use salt water, that'd be even better.
There you go. There's some of that around too. All right, interesting stuff. Very good news, at least the beginning of hopefully some really good news. I've got a link to that or all the details of that in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.